Hey kiddos, y'all come on in the kitchen. Today I'm gonna share a hot Vidalia onion dip that's so good. And we're so lucky that we live very close to Vidalia, Georgia, where they grow the finest onions that you have ever wrapped your lips around. And this town is just known for those onions, and farmers I think have tried to figure out the soil and how they can get that soil into their land so they could produce those Vidalia onions. And Texas has got it pretty good because they produce some really sweet Texas onions. Those are good too, but a Vidalia onion, you could eat it like an apple. It's so good. So, here are all of our ingredients. Back here is onion and garlic that I've sauteed off maybe 15 or 20 minutes on medium heat, and you just need to stir that occasionally. And let me see, it's 4 cups of chopped Vidalia onions back here. All right, so I'm gonna spray my pan because we're gonna put this in the oven. And I'm gonna put it in one of my favorite pans in the whole world, y'all. Let me share this with you real quick like. This is from Ware, and it says chicken fryer. And my friend Joe that owns 7th Heaven here in town, a nice antique shop. I was in one day and Joe said, "Oh, Paula, I've got something that I've been holding for you that I want you to have." He said, "I just bought the contents of a house on Wilmington Island, which is where I live." And he said, this cast iron chicken fryer was in there, and he said, "I want you to have it." And I said, "Oh, Joe, that's the sweetest thing in the world." And I just love it. I love the size of it. So I'm gonna put our onion dip in the chicken fryer pan to bake it off. All right, let's get going. This is so easy. We've got 2 8-ounce packages of softened cream cheese. And you can pull out your mixer, a little hand mixer if you want to mix this stuff up. But I think I'm gonna see if I can't just do this by hand, see if it's soft enough to just do by hand. I don't know if it is or not. All right, let's see. I'll go ahead and add the mayonnaise, and maybe that will help. Now this is a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. And people want to know what kind of mayonnaise I use. And I tell everybody, I use the mayonnaise that says buy one, get one free. Because I'm so afraid I'm gonna run out of mayonnaise. So I'll usually keep about 8 quarts in my pantry because I don't want to run out of mayonnaise. But you know, Duke's is delicious. It's that southern mayonnaise that's got that little twang to it. And then there's Kraft, and then there's Hellmann's. So all of those are quality mayonnaises. So like I said, whichever one is buy one, get one free, that's the one that Paula buys. Because I do use a lot of mayonnaise. All right, so that mayonnaise is gonna help mix up that cream cheese a little bit. You know what, I think I'm gonna go ahead and add these onions while they're still hot. And that's gonna help me. That's gonna help me mix that cream cheese a little easier. It's gonna warm it up. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna get every onion in there, y'all. Waste not, want not, said Granny. Okay. So there we go. I'm gonna let those warm onions heat that up a little bit. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, so I want to share with you This is from one of my cookbooks, and it is from At the Southern Table. It's in this book right here. I don't know if y'all can see it on the stand. But I love this book because there's lots of pictures. And there's a picture of what our dish is going to look like when we're through. I think that's so helpful for people, especially for novice cooks that are just getting started. That old saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words is so true. All right, now see how that started mixing so much better by going ahead and adding that warm onion. All right, so we got our onions, our garlic, our mayonnaise, and now we are going to add 6 ounces of Parmesan cheese. And wait, I want to make sure that I get these ounces right for y'all. I'm going to add 1 8-ounce package of Monterey Jack cheese that's been shredded. And then I'm going to add 1 6-ounce package of shredded Parmesan cheese. So this is going to be good and cheesy and oniony. Okay. And just to let y'all know, I sauteed those onions in butter, 2 tablespoons of butter. That's a lot of cheese, isn't it? But it's gonna be so good. And y'all, I'm funny about cheeses. I could never be a cheese hootie tootie snooty. I'll never forget when we went to Paris, France. Gordon Elliott took me to Paris, took Michael and me to Paris and to England to shoot a show called Deen Family Vacation. And so we had lunch at this dinner at this real foo-foo place. And it was like courses. I think it was 11 courses. Well, honey, when they brought the cheese course and set it in front of me, it took my breath away. I said, something that stinks that bad is not going between my lips. So I'm not cultured when it comes to cheeses. And one of my least favorite cheeses is goat cheese. And I know everybody loves that, but the smell just reminds me of my Aunt Glennis's goat named Thumper. And Thumper would walk around the yard and he would lift his leg and pee in his beard. And you talking about a stinking goat? That was one stinking goat. And every time I try to eat goat cheese, that smell hits me in the face again. So, like I said, I'm not very cultured. All right. So, we're gonna put this in the oven and we're gonna bake it for about 25 minutes, y'all. And just till it's hot and bubbly. And this is good to serve over a chafing dish, you know, that you got a little heat. All right, now I just added the next to the last ingredient, and that is Dijon mustard. I'm stirring in 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, which is gonna give it that wee little bit of kick. All right, just that quick and easy. And to me, this is so much better than those onion dips that you make with a dried soup. I mean, this is really, really a true onion dip. Okay. I see a little bit more. I'm just gonna spread that out even into the chicken fryer. Thank you, Joe. I love it. Okay, now I'm gonna sprinkle it with 1 cup of pecans. Love, love, love the chewiness of nuts in any dish. All right, so we're gonna bake this, like I said, in a 350-degree oven for 25 minutes. And before you know it, it'll be ready, and I'm gonna pull it out of the oven. And I think I'm gonna serve this with pita chips. Okie doke, y'all. Our onion and cheese dip is ready. So when you take it out of the oven, and you don't have to have this is just to make it pretty. I get tickled at Michael when I'll put parsley or a stick of rosemary or something on his plate. He said, "What is that for?" I said, "It's to make it pretty." He said, "Well, if you'll take that off and add another shrimp to my plate, that will make it really pretty." So every time I use parsley, I think of Michael. All right, so our dip is ready. And I'm just gonna come in and share with y'all a bite of this wonderful, wonderful onion dip. And I told you this came out of my book, At the Southern Table. It's on page, gosh, my eyes are getting so bad, y'all. On page 65 in this book right here. Can you see through the stand? Y'all come on. Teresa, come get some. Eddie. It's out of this world. I think y'all will love this dip. And it's very economical to make and very yummy tasting. And if you want to, you can swap your cheeses around to whatever you like. Y'all, come on. Come on.